Quick, look at this book cover and tell me what's wrong with it. I'll give you a second. If I was to ask you what genre this is, what would you say? I guess most people would probably say historical fiction. If I asked you, who is this for, you would probably say, kids, middle grade. If I was to ask you, how good do you think this book is based on what you see right here? I feel like most people would say, probably not great. So this is a message for all publishers, indie authors. You'll need to really think about this stuff because none of that is true. This book is actually for adults. It's sci-fi, if you can believe it, and it's actually pretty good, none of which I get from the cover. Even the blurb on the back talks about secret missions and dangerous spiders. Girl, please. To quote Tiffany Pollard, she's nothing like that, she's nothing of the sort. The book actually follows a Victorian lamplighter and a young girl that have lost their memories and spend their days in this institute that's conducting experiments on them. And they're in this kind of like confused stupor as they try to figure out what's going on and why they're there. Now, this book is an absolute kaleidoscope of chaos. It's got that kind of like maximalist surrealism of things like Alice in Wonderland and the spear that cuts through water, where stuff like a talking dog and a talking fridge aren't out of place in this world. One minute they're escaping from prison, the next minute they're talking to a sludge monster in a sewer, the next minute they've been abducted by aliens. It's just so crazy, but not in a way that actually contradicts the mythos of the world that's been built. It's very experimental, and look, this book will not be for everyone. As someone who embraces the chaos, I kind of had a great time, but I can imagine a lot of people would really not like this. This is the author's debut work, and I think sometimes you can tell. I think there's a little bit of work still to be done on refining their writing style and finding their voice, and sometimes the pacing is a little bit off. And because this book is so experimental with the way it transcends genres, it doesn't always get that mix quite right. But overall, fairly good. I would give this a solid like 3.5 Mary Poppinses out of 5. But yeah, the very definition I think of do not judge a book by its cover.